Morning, everybody. This is Carl Julius Leak, and this morning I'm going to bring you from my show Prelude. It was a series of children portraits these children later became serial killers. Today I'm going to bring you Edmund Kemper, also known as the co-ed killer. I'm going to give you a little bio on him, and then I'll do a close-up of the portrait I did of Edmund Kemper, and then I'll give you some background on why I did it this way. He was born December 18, 1948 in Burbank, California. There's a quote from him. He says, "When you cut off the head, the body dies. The body is nothing after the head is cut off," unquote. American serial killer and necrophile who murdered 10 people, including his paternal grandparents when he was only 15 years old, and his mother years later. He is noted for his large size, at 6'9", and for his high IQ of 145. He's nicknamed the co-ed killer, as most of his victims were female students at the co-educational institutions in the Santa Cruz, California area. His mother worked there, by the way, as an administrator. He was diagnosed as paranoid schizophrenic by a court psychiatrist and sentenced to a Atascadero State Hospital for the criminally insane. He targeted young female hitchhikers during most of his killing spree, luring them into his vehicle, then driving them to a secluded area and murdered them mostly by strangulation. He would then take the corpse to his home, decapitate them, dismember, and sexually violate them. He explained later during the interviews that he would keep their heads on a pike as a trophy. Kemper also admitted in a very matter-of-fact manner that he occasionally engaged in cannibalism. Kemper's final two victims were his mother and her friend on April 19, 1973. He called police from a payphone admitting to the killings and turned himself in. Kemper requested the death penalty for his crimes. Capital punishment was suspended in California at the time, and he instead received 8 concurrent life sentences. He is currently incarcerated at the California Medical Facility in Vacaville, Solano County, California. Today he's 72 or 73, so he's still living. One of the many activities Kemper has invested a lot of time is reading and recording hundreds of books for the blind. Kemper has waived his right to parole hearing several times and has said he is very happy in prison. So that's a short bio. He's also featured by an actor in the series on Netflix called Mindhunter. So the actor did an incredible job portraying Edmund Kemper. Here's a close-up. The reason why I did him this way, of course, I mentioned the head on the pike. This is him when he was a young kid, about 12, 13 years old. And then I did his body, all 6'9" of him, the adult body. And I measured from the floorboard all the way up at 6'9". That's 6'9", and so he's a very large person, very intimidating, very soft-spoken, articulate. If you go to some of the interviews, he is very intelligent when he speaks, very convincing, but just a big-time narcissist. He loves enjoying hearing himself speak. Anyway, this is a playbill from Prelude. Again, go to my Google site. This is from last year, July to August. I had the exhibit at the Brown Museum of Fine Art. And so I did it this way because I did sort of a perverse martyrdom at the hands of his mother, because now it's his head on the spike. And so it's a very strange story about Edmund Kemper. Anyway, once again, go to Google for the Artropolis video where I give a tour of the exhibit. It's about a 25-minute exhibit, and there's an interview with me, and there's some music, and there's the whole setup. The gallery was set up as a playground. So it represented their childhood and gives us a chance to also look back at our own childhood. So anyway, and again, so for the Prelude exhibit, go to Google and then type in Artropolis video, and then I also invite you to my YouTube channel, Carl Julius Leak's Art and Music. So thank you very much. You have a great day, and I'll bring you another serial killer soon. Edmund Kemper, the co-ed killer. Peace.